friends, and welcome back. Today, as you can tell, we are doing a wrap with me Q&A. I am not going to be showing the gifts this year because Claire and Kai both love seeing our videos. So even if I ask them not to, well, I know Claire would listen because I have access to her history. I watch, like, I check up on what she's watching. Hi. And all that fun stuff. But Kai is a little bit harder. I don't want to use the word control, but it's a little bit harder to ensure he wouldn't get... You have stuff to say? He wouldn't get stuff ruined. So I will be answering these questions while I wrap. Some of you, probably not, but maybe some of my family are like, how are you wearing a sweatshirt in Guam? Well, the answer is I like to turn the AC frigidly cold while Andrew is gone, and then wear a nice cozy sweatshirt or sweater or my robe, and pretend like it's actually a Christmassy temperature, even though it's not. It's literally, you want to know what the temperature is right now? Let me tell you, 84 degrees. So yes, I know some people are like, oh, I'd kill for that, but I just whacked you, sorry. I do really appreciate it most days, but sometimes, like today, I just really miss it. So we're trying to be very Christmassy, I guess sort of goth Christmas, because I'm wearing black with my dark lipstick. But, and to be honest, I hope this shit isn't focused and stuff, because you're far away from me. I don't know why. I should have scooted up some, but it's fine. We're here, we're situated. So let's get started. I got one question on my Instagram, which I love because it was from Claire Bear. Claire Bear said, how much do you love me? Well, Claire Bear, love you more than anything else in this world. You and your brother are literally everything to me and your dad. And the dog, apparently. So, that is the only question that I got from my Instagram. And I do want to say, Claire, that I appreciate all of your interactions, and I have so much fun on Instagram talking to you and tagging you and things, and it's a lot of fun. It really makes my day. So now I'm just pulled up a website that said 350 of the best questions, so I'm gonna scroll and pick one. All right, so the first question is, when you are old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about? I'm not old yet by any means. Some days it feels like it with my rickety back, but you know, we're thriving somewhat. Anyways, I know the kids are gonna be like, tell us about the great pandemic of 2020. The joy of telling them all about the pandemic and toilet paper shortage. We know it's, you know, it's fun. It's not funny, honestly. It's actually just, yes, I'm using this because we're all going to be shocked to hear it. One of my kids have lost my Scotch tape dispenser, and I don't have a clue where it's off to. So we're using packing tape. It works, and if anything, it'll give us extra entertainment on Christmas morning when they are struggling to tear open the gifts. So, and maybe it'll last more than 2 minutes of gift opening. It's okay, so the pandemic is obviously, there's nothing amusing about it. I actually have lost a really close friend of mine to COVID, and so it's not a funny matter by any means. However, I do think that one day in the future, when I'm much older, and hopefully the world is still around, and hopefully it's in a better place, because again, hopefully in the long future, it will just be like this weird time that others can't fathom, like living through, kind of like the Great Depression is. It was a tiny bit before my time. Like, my great-great-grandmother lived during the Great Depression, and honestly, I wish I had asked more questions. I do wish I had asked more questions. I wish I could go back in time, and it's not that I was immature, I just lived in such a fictional, heavy world. Like, God, I have to be very careful. I almost cut my blanket. I lived in such a fictionally heavy world that I didn't think to ask about what happened in real life. You know, I read stories about Anne Frank and people living in Kansas through the Great Depression, but I never thought to ask actual people, and I do wish I had a lot. I wish I had asked a lot more questions, and now it's too late. So when, you know, kids come to me and are like, what was it like? You know, everyone makes jokes about how 2020 is the worst year of their life. I can actually say it has not been the worst year of my life. The worst year of my life was 2018 thus far, and I hope to God, to the universe, whatever, I hope to whatever is out there, that nothing comes as close to 2018 as it was to me. This year has obviously been terrible and frightening, and we've lost way too many people. So I think they'll ask, even though it's kind of like a joke at this point, like, oh, 2020, haha, hashtag 2020, like, of course that's happening. But they're probably going to ask about, you know, living through the coronavirus, and toilet paper shortage, and when everyone said we were about to hit World War III at like 2 days into the year because of Trump's tweets and his actions, and the Black Lives Matter movement, which I honestly hope that one never goes away either. But anyways, I think that's what people would ask me about, I guess. Even, sorry, that's the first question, I'm at like 12 minutes in, so. Alright, so this one's an interesting one. It's a little morbid, but again, we're here, you know, 2020. So it says, in the past, people were buried with the items they would need in the afterlife. What would you want buried with you so you could use it in the afterlife? And there's two answers, I think, sort of, because they both end. Like, there's an end game to both of the items I'm thinking of. That would be crochet hook and yarn. Once you use up the yarn, it's done. I mean, I guess you could rip your project out, but that would be devastating. But like, in the afterlife, do I get unlimited yarn? Like, is that a thing? If I can bring a crochet hook, do I get yarn forever or not? So I would take either yarn and hook, sorry, or my Kindle, and just hope that I was able to get books as well on it, so I could read in the afterlife as well. Another question is, what old person things do you do? Listen, if you ask my younger sister, Missy, when I was a child and crocheting, her and my stepsister used to make fun of me and call me Grandma. So clearly crocheting is an older person thing. She was just teasing, so it wasn't like well, I don't think she was trying to be malicious. Most young people don't crochet. It is becoming more and more popular. I noticed like an uprise in people on Instagram who are like starting to learn to crochet or knit. And look, I'm here for it. It's a really good thing to know how to do, obviously, and I find it very fun and amusing. What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? Well, I can tell you with no doubt at all, that would be teriyaki, which we actually just tried not very long ago. Holy moly, it was actually so hot that I couldn't taste anything. Like, it was literally just heat in my mouth. I thought my tongue was gonna fall off. It was delicious. Well, it was good enough for me to try again, even though I couldn't really taste that much. But it was alarming because I thought my tongue was gonna fall off. So you know, we had fun though, I guess, trying it out. I have made it since though. I found another brand that makes the sauce, and when it's just like mild, not mild, it's still spicy as shit, but not as spicy. And it actually had more flavor, and it was literally so amazing. So it came with 2 packets, and I ate one, and the other one is supposed to be for Andrew. But I'm telling you what, if he doesn't eat it soon, because we've had it for almost 2 weeks, I'm gonna eat it. He's gonna come home and be like, one day he's gonna be like, where's my chukabaki? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. The dog must have gotten into it. Yeah, you. Do you think children will have lives that are better or worse than their parents? And I think it will be better because they have the means to find out anything they want at the tips of their fingertips, like literally. So when I was a kid in elementary school is when we got our first like computer lab. Actually, I remember in 3rd grade we got our first classroom computer, and then later we got a computer lab, like in 4th grade maybe. Most people did not have access to computers outside of like work or school, let alone internet, but we did get it there. And so research papers and stuff became pretty simple, but not as simple as right now. Like Claire and Kai, literally they can Google anything they want and it'll show up in like a 1/10 of a second. So that is really nice. However, on the flip side of that, this isn't necessarily the children's fault, but okay, a lot of boomers are like, okay, why don't your kids play outside more and this and that? And it is true. Like, I feel like kids aren't outside as much anymore because we have luxuries like internet, smartphones, smart TVs, computers. AC is even better. So during the summer, instead of like sweating outside all day and coming home to your semi-cooled house, you could just stay at home and play games all day, which is quite lazy. But I do believe that parents should let their kids play outside more, like previous generations. I was, I think, one of the last generations that did a lot of outside activities. Like I played outside all day, every day on my bike. It was the best. I was obsessed with my bike. It is better learning wise, a lot better. And if you think about it too, like medicine and everything, cures, they have come much farther. You know, of course, advancement. Less stimulants that aren't on a blue screen. That's not good, and listen, I'm guilty of it, okay? I do not always make my kids go outside and play as often as they should, even living on a tropical freaking island. We used to go outside every single day, but I think actually Andrew and I were just talking about this. We're gonna start having the kids go outside more, and the parks are open now, so if we're the only ones there, we're gonna go out and play. Because the sun here, she don't play games. I think it would kill any virus left on the playgrounds. Alright, so I guess the next question will be, as a child, what did you think would be awesome about being an adult but isn't as awesome as you thought it would be? So I thought that being able to cook whatever I wanted and eat whatever I wanted would be awesome, like the best, you know? I miss cooking. And it's certainly fun. I like eating what I want, pretty much when I want. But could also explain why I'm kind of chunky now. And also, I gotta cook. Oh. Okay, here's the thing. I actually enjoy cooking, but every night. And it's like a fight to get my kids to eat. And you know, I just never realized it when I was young. But like, damn, sometimes I just want to be like, listen, you're going to eat what I gave you or you're going to starve to death. But I don't. If they don't like what I've offered them, they can have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Those are my 2 options. But I used to look forward to, you know, cooking whatever I wanted, eating whatever I wanted, having my own rules, and just like having my own place, my independence, which I love. I do love that still, okay? But the problem is all the responsibility it comes with. I gotta clean my damn house. I gotta cook meals for my children and laugh when I expect them to eat it because they don't. They do, actually. That's not true, but Kai is really picky. Where is your go-to restaurant for amazing food? That one, I don't have one answer for. One thing I love about Guam is their food. Holy smokes. Their food here, pretty much the best food options I've ever had in my life. I would say, okay, my newest favorite here called Beach Bar. It's a bar and grill on the beach, so it makes sense. But listen, they have the most amazing sushi burger in the world. Okay, it's the only one I've ever tried, but it was, oh my god, it was so good. I want one right now. Now that I'm literally thinking about it and talking about it. It had crab meat, like the crab salad that you typically find in sushi. So I had the crab salad, a spicy mayo aioli, seaweed, and ahi tuna poke. It was so good. And then the buns, since it is a sushi burger, is sushi rice that is like not fried but like seared on the outside, so it's, maybe it is fried, I don't know, but it makes the outside rice crunchy. You don't really pick it up anyways, you like cut into it. And listen, it's the best thing I think I've ever eaten in my life. After that one, my favorite restaurant here is called Viet Bo, and even though it's like a Vietnamese, I get their tofu pad thai. It is so amazing and delicious. It's the best pad thai I've ever had. And then I say I, like the fat ass I am, but really, this is also, like, Andrew loves these places too. So yeah, we like Viet Bo. He likes their pho. I like their tofu pad thai. We also eat at Arashi. Andrew usually gets their salmon fried rice, and I usually get their chicken teriyaki. It is so amazing. The kids get their karaage chicken. And there's a couple of other places that we really like here too. It's Jamaican Grill, which I think they have those in the States too. But they have here, I know they have such good kelaguen, which is a tomorrow dish that they, you know, make here. It is so good. Yeah, so that is it for the food. You can tell we are thriving when it comes to food here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining, maybe? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about any of these questions, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's Vlogmas video. Bye, guys.